Can empathy, the ability to understand and share the emotions of others, be detrimental to the ones who possess it? A thought-provoking question indeed, and one that we'll be delving into today. Scientific research has painted a complex picture of empathy and its effects on the empath. While empathy can certainly be a force for good, enabling us to connect with others on a deep emotional level, it can also have a darker side, a side that can take a toll on the empath's own emotional health. Consider the findings of a study conducted by the American Psychological Association. The research found that individuals high in empathy were more prone to emotional burnout and fatigue. They often absorb the emotional distress of others, to the point where it begins to affect their own emotional well-being. This can result in a state of chronic stress, which can lead to serious health issues, including anxiety, depression, and even physical ailments. Furthermore, a separate study published in the Journal of Experimental Psychology discovered that empaths often struggle with setting emotional boundaries. They tend to internalize the feelings of others so deeply that it blurs the line between their own emotions and those of the people around them. This can lead to a loss of self, as they struggle to distinguish their own feelings from the emotions they absorb from others. In addition to these, a study from the University of Toronto found that empaths were more likely to experience vicarious trauma. This is a form of emotional distress that occurs when an individual is repeatedly exposed to the traumatic experiences of others. For empaths, who are naturally attuned to the emotions of those around them, this can be a common occurrence. In conclusion, while empathy is often lauded as a virtue, it's clear that it can have a significant negative impact on the empath. From emotional burnout and fatigue, to a struggle with setting emotional boundaries to vicarious trauma, the cost of empathy can be high. Remember, it's not a call to suppress empathy, but rather it's a reminder of the importance of self-care and emotional boundaries for those who are highly empathetic. After all, in order to effectively care for others, one must first take care of oneself. In the end, empathy is a double-edged sword. It can bring us closer to others, allowing us to understand their struggles and help them through difficult times. But without proper care and boundaries, it can also lead to emotional burnout, loss of self, and vicarious trauma. So tread mindfully on the path of empathy, taking care to protect your own emotional health while you reach out to understand and support others.